Last thing, didn't want to miss. Not making any friends here. Look at that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to being on the road with Waccamaw Pro. Matt Dawkins here, and we're headed to Jim and Melina's house. We have basically a full house wash today. No roof washing, but we're gonna clean the vinyl. We're gonna hit the driveways, sidewalks, potentially a patio. We're gonna clean the gutters out. And I want to take you along for the ride. I hope that's okay, and let you see it happening. Let you see it all in action. And I thought, we're in the summer. We're about to hit July, which historically July is a slower month for pressure washing. But I just thought I would take this time while I'm on the road to share with you why in the world I am doing pressure washing now. You know, why would I make this shift to exterior cleaning, and why I'm enjoying it so much. So for those of you who know me, you may know me as the guy that owned CrossFit Sacred Pine, which was such a joy. Man, I look back on that with some fond memories, and a lot of what we learned from the gym we have folded into what we're doing now, including our values, which we'll share on this platform. But you may also know me from ministry. You may know me as a student pastor or a campus pastor from a couple different churches, and I do believe not only was I in ministry, but I'm still in ministry, which is really what I want to talk about today. How much I love the ministry work that I get to do now in this season, pressure washing. So this season hasn't been without some looks from some folks that have known me from previous seasons. You know, folks that, you know, the pastor's pressure washing now, you know, almost like it's beneath me. And I understand that. I totally understand how someone could look at what I'm doing now and say, you know, you were made for more than that, you know. And I really don't have a strong rebuttal other than to say, you know, I can't help it. I just love it. This scratches all the itches right now, things that I really, really wanted for this season, and where I am as a husband and a dad. So I'll just share, you know, very practically what I love about it right now is, one is I get to get outside, and I feel like I was made to be outside, and it has been oxygen. You know, I tell people this is my therapy. You know, I get to get outside, I get to work with my hands. That's another thing that I love. But I'm not without working with my brain. You know, each house offers a new challenge, you know, to make it better, which is something we value. And I also get to work with people face to face. If you know, the last 3 or 4 years I've been in marketing, and primarily I have been communicating with people that I work with through screens, working on screens all day in my little non-climate controlled office / gym space in my garage. And this just gave me a chance to look people in their actual eyes and get to know them, get to know their story. And that has just made this season even more rich. It's the stories. You know, yesterday I got to work with a Vietnam veteran who had, man, just such an incredible story. Got to meet him, got to meet his family, and encourage him. I got to encourage him, you know. And so in a lot of ways, you know, they say once a pastor, always a pastor. I'm still getting to pastor people, which is great. But this is, you know, what else does this do? Oh, it gives me a chance to see quick transformation. I'm not mad about that. You know, sometimes in ministry and marketing, you're playing a really long game. You know, you want to see people change and transform. The reality is, for a lot of people, that could take years. And there's just as much joy on the other side of that transformation, but, you know, cards on the table. I get to see transformation happen in a matter of hours now instead of years. And I do like that. You know, how's this transform? And we celebrate the transformation just like we've celebrated in every context I've ever been in. We love to celebrate transformation. So you'll see a lot of before and afters on our page. You'll see one today from Jim and Melina. So, but this is ministry. This is absolutely ministry. And I hope that you see what you do the same way, that no matter what you do, Bigger than we're doing this for Jim and Melina today, we're doing this for God, and we want to clean this house today like we would clean God's house. And I mean that sincerely. By the way, we do a free church wash every month. And so if you're out there, you're a pastor, you're a ministry leader, and you've got a church and you're looking to have it cleaned, we do a free church wash every month. We'd love to help you out with that. If you decide to pay us against our against our better advice, we will just tithe 100% of that to our church. And I go to Seacoast Church in Conway. And so, if you decide to give, great. That just goes right to the house. And we're a big fan of giving back. So if you give, we're just going to give it back. All right. So I don't know if you could tell, but I am soaking wet. Part water, part sweat. What a job. What a day. Feel really good about that one. And at the same time, it tested me. It tested everything in me. You see that beautiful house out there, now clean, gutters clean, siding clean, slabs clean, all the flat work. I am soaking wet, but I'm proud of the work, and I'm thankful for Melina and Jim, who are a part of our church, who has served faithfully. Actually found out today they were the very first house in this neighborhood. This is easily a 500, 600 home neighborhood. So anyways, this is the first take at journeying with Waccamaw Pro, wanting you to get to know us, why I got into this, and hopefully impart some of these values into your life, whatever you're doing. Love you. Signing off. See you on the next one.